There's a reason why it's called home court advantage. The Nuggets won every single home playoff game this year, up until last night.
And it's over. The Miami Heat have tied the NBA Finals.
The odds were in the Nuggets' favor.
What do we got?
Simon Kundl bet on it.
Player points and rebounds, so Jokic 51.5.
For so many people in Colorado, betting is just a push of a button. According to the Colorado Department of Revenue, of the more than $12 billion wagered in sports betting over the last 3 years, $11.9 billion of that was done online by people like Simon.
I think for the NFL, it was like once a week on game day, have a parlay that goes through the weekend. For the NBA, it's been more.
The same could be said for a lot others. Sports betting has been legal in Colorado since May 2020. In those 3 years, professional basketball is what people have bet on most, wagering more than $2.9 billion. Professional American football followed with $1.9 billion.
I think with basketball, people have a general understanding of the rules and how the betting works. It's really simple, where some of the other sports like horse racing or football can be pretty complicated. So I think it's a good entry-level place, and there's so many games that it happens, October through now, that the opportunity to do it is so much greater than some of the other sports.
The other sports are something Simon knows a thing or two about.
I'm from Christchurch, New Zealand. Betting on rugby or betting on cricket has been a big part of growing up.
But like any game in life, if played, there is a risk. Make sure the bet is worth the gamble.
Stick to your limit, make it fun, and enjoy it.
Now, problem gambling is something a lot of people in Colorado do worry about. Earlier this year, the Colorado Limited Gaming Control Commission gave out $1.5 million in awards to projects that directly address the issue of problem gambling, addiction treatments, and counseling. Tom?
Yeah, it is something that has certainly gone more mainstream, and the idea of the guys we used to think of as who would gamble on stuff with a bookie, now it's everyone. Almost everyone has an idea of what's going on.
And it's interesting because that's what I think about back when I was younger and I saw family members bet. I'm not going to name names now, Tom. But what I always thought about gambling and sports betting was football. For me, I guess that was something I always thought was popular. So I was surprised that it's actually professional basketball that leads the state.
Yeah, and so many things I think people have become more well-versed in the way to gamble. Football used to be the simplest with point spreads and the like. But I should point out that the Nuggets are still favored in Game 3. They're a slight favorite now over Miami and also still favored to win the series. So I have no advice for you, but that's just so you know. Thanks, Jaleesa.